This is what your mom's driveway looks like.
Yeah.
I bet she's a nice lady.
Today we're gonna fix that oil leak for good with the 7.3 dipstick repair. So, less than $100, supposedly less than an hour of your time. We're gonna put that to the test, see if we can fix his oil leak for good. All these components designed, engineered, start to finish by one guy working out of his shop, made in USA right here. He's the one who packs them all, so if you get one and it's wrong or the Permatex tube's empty, call up Mitch and start yelling at him. He's a good dude, he'll get you taken care of. So how many miles did you get before this thing started to leak?
572,000 miles, right around there.
Which is pretty good, 500,000 miles.
500,000 miles.
And now it just gave up. Now it's just pissing oil.
It is pissing oil, not leaking. Everybody's like, oh, it's a 7.3, leaks oil. Nah, this thing is pissing, dude.
Yeah.
So since we have to pull the starter, we're gonna disconnect the batteries first.
All right, so we got the batteries unhooked. Next, we're going to unbolt the dipstick.
So where's that bolt at, Tyler? We got our dipstick.
So down here, we have a dipstick where the dipstick is bolted in. Right down there. So once you get that nut backed off, you go ahead and pull your dipstick out. Set that out of the way. Then you got these two clips here. Just gotta get those undone, cleared from your dipstick tube there, and be ready to pull it out. Gonna go ahead and remove the starter here. Get that out of the way. Get some better access to the dipstick there.
She is dirty.
Wow.
How does that make you feel, Tyler? You never shined a light under here before.
Dude, I wish I would never came under here. That's 572,000 miles. So we're gonna remove this power wire from the starter here with a 15.
Base.
My gogs are fogging up, brother.
All right, so Tyler, now that you got the main power wire off the starter, what are we doing next?
Next, we have this trigger wire. Here I got a 8mm socket, deep. Pull this nut off here. All right, now that you got your starter wires off, you got these three mounting bolts here for your starter.
Dude, I got little nuggets falling in my mouth there.
It's a hog of a starter here.
Yeah, I think that thing's been leaking for 572,000 miles.
So now we're just going to clean the oil pan and get all the caked up oil and stuff off of there. Get it all nice and clean. So got my handy dandy scraper here. We're going to pull our dipstick tube out of the socket here. Then we'll get started on backing off this nut. Now that we all got everything pretty much clean for now.
Did the first scrape off.
That was just a scrape.
Where's the initial?
We're still gonna get in there and
We got the tube out, took some force. It helps if you had somebody up top to help, pull from the top. So you're making sure nothing was stuck up there. So as you can see, there's an O-ring on the end of this dipstick tube. Here is mine,
Yeah.
broken.
Yeah.
Looks like it's stepped.
Yeah, another source of leaking.
Super soft.
Use brake clean, use a good solvent. Simple Green works great. If you use brake clean, make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. The engine's cooled off, your manifolds aren't red hot, and they're not gonna catch on fire.
Just want to get that little neck there all cleaned up since we're going to be reusing that. So I have a 45 caliber cleaning bore brush right here that we're gonna use to slide down into that dipstick neck, and that's gonna hold the fitting from falling into the pan while we loosen the nut and take everything apart. So it sits in there tight, and if I need to, I can grab it. It's not gonna fall through all the way. It's got a T handle on one side, so we get that pressed in. Once again, just make sure it's gonna do what it needs to do and hold the fitting from falling into your oil pan. So now we're gonna take the factory nut off just with our pair of pliers.
need some bubble wrap.
This much, lift up your head.
Oh, it's finger, dude. It's finger loose.
Ooh. All right.
Got the nut off?
So we got the nut off. Now we want to pull out that O-ring
Oh, it's split in half. Oh, that's nice. Perfect.
So there's my O-ring there. This thing is hard as a rock.
She's a little crunchy. Yep.
It's a little crunchy.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of buildup on there. If I can see a little spot at the bottom where it's like brown.
Feels like there's no more like grit or shit there.
So next, you change the oil. Now that you got it all cleaned up.
Oh, dude. I got a little bit. Rock and roll, brother. You right. Get it into the right notch. Just like so. All right. She's in there.
Because you don't see any oil on those threads.
Move those little hoop nannies out of the way. Slather dather.
Lather it up. They give you a tube, use the whole thing, you paid for it.
Like a glove.
Like a glove, dude. All right, now just do the same with the wishy washer. Just get her just one turn, then you can use the nut to bring it all the way out. She might have to squeeze the gasket a little bit more. You put a lot of Permatex.
So once you get your gasket, washer, nut back all into place, you just want to get it nice and snug. Doesn't need to be super tight, just follow the instructions. It tells you exactly what you need to do. Once you're done with that, you can wipe off all the excess silicone like we did here. That was squished all out of the washer there. And next we're going to add the new O-ring onto your dipstick tube here and install that back into place. Make sure pull your tool back out. Got your new O-ring. Slide that on and grease it up a little bit. Go ahead and pop that back in.
We'll go double check the top, make sure that mounting arm's in the right place, and then fully seat the dipstick.
So now we're gonna put the starter back in, the 3 bolts, the 2 trigger wires, and then we're gonna go back up top and finish off. We're all done underneath. Just make sure when you're all done, you change out your oil filters. We drained all the oil and gonna do an oil change while we're at it too. So up top here, we're just going to reconnect our dipstick tube, mount that back up, put your dipstick back in. Those lines, 2 lines we disconnected, we're going to clip those back in, and when we're all done, put the batteries back on. It takes about 24 hours for the Permatex to dry, so give it some time to dry up, and after that, check for leaks, should be good to go.
Does your 7.3 Power Stroke leak like an old man's colostomy bag?
Still my line, dude.
I know, dude. I got more too. I was gonna keep going. Do you have to bring a piece of cardboard to your father-in-law's house because your truck keeps ruining his driveway and he yelled at you about it? Well, so does this guy.
This is what your mom's driveway looks like.
Yeah, all you moms out there, you better watch out. Is your 7.3 pissing like a dog in a corner after you yelled at it? Is your old dinosaur leaking oil trying to go back to its roots?
73dipstick.com.